Hi, this is Jordan. This episode of XDA TV is brought to you by my parents and something that they did about 30 years ago that nobody needs to know about. It's Friday, August 17th, 2012, and let's talk about what happened this week over at XDAdevelopers.com. First, some updates. This week, CyanogenMod 9 stable became available for 45 different devices. Like I said, there's a lot of devices that are supported. Unfortunately, some of the older ones have been removed. And again, sort of unfortunately, they've said that this is going to be the final release for CyanogenMod 9. There will be no more releases of it. That way they can focus all of their developing skills and talent on CyanogenMod 10 and whatever comes after. Moving right along, over the last few weeks we've been talking about HTC and how they're sort of fighting the community. They're not releasing source code. They're not being particularly helpful. Well, the Desire HD in particular was the one device the community really got up in arms about because HTC said, hey, we're going to release Ice Cream Sandwich, and then a week or two later said, hey, we're not going to release Ice Cream Sandwich. Well, as I said before, that just will not stand with this community. And with that in mind, XDA senior member QD2DC and Team Blackout got together and created a port from the HTC Incredible S of Android 4.0.4 with Sense 3.6 for the Desire HD, presumably taking something HTC has already created and making it work on another HTC device. A small team of developers can make this happen, but a large company can't make it happen. They say the ROM is 100% complete, they haven't found anything wrong with it yet, and they are using Team Blackout's own custom kernel to add performance tweaks to it. So if you are one of those Desire HD owners, and I know there are several of you out there, definitely go ahead and hit up the thread if you have not already, but I'd be willing to bet you probably already have, if you're not on the CM10 port of Jelly Bean. Honestly, I think that's probably where all of the development really needs to be going because Jelly Bean is pretty freaking amazing. And speaking of Jelly Bean, if you're a user of the HTC One X, you may be in luck. Thanks to XDA recognized developer Mike1986, there is now a functional port of Android 4.1 Jelly Bean for the HTC One X, and that's also including Sense 4.1 on top of it. So like I said, if you're on the HTC One X and you just cannot wait for the official Jelly Bean release, because really, who knows when that's going to happen, head on over to the development thread and see what's available. Now in completely opposite news and completely different news... Oh, wait, sorry, I need to take this call. Yeah, that's definitely not a phone, and actually it's not even an Android tablet, it's the BlackBerry Playbook. However, it does go along with the next story. If for some reason or another you are one of those people that wants to use your 7-inch tablet as a phone, I'm sure that's already been possible for quite a while. However, a new guide has been written up for the Nexus 7, and that was done by XDA senior member Bongostal. And it essentially just involves modifying the framework res APK using a tool that's provided in the thread. So you know, if you've ever wanted to use your 7-inch tablet as a ridiculously oversized phone, now's your time. Now the next story I'm going to talk about, I'm almost giddy with excitement over. We've been talking about this for quite a while now. Verizon released the Samsung Galaxy S3 a month and a half ago or so, and they locked the bootloader down. Really an almost unprecedented thing because Samsung devices are notoriously unlocked and easily rooted and hacked and whatever. Well, thanks to XDA Elite recognized developer AdamOutler, ECA, a bunch of other people in the same thread where they've been doing all of this work, and an unknown source who provided a leak, they now have the Verizon Galaxy S3 bootloader unlocked. Excuse me for just a minute while I update my tally here. Yeah. Let's chalk another one up to the XDA development community. Again, a big special thanks to AdamOutler, ECA, and all of the other developers that have done such amazing work in that thread. Adam has gone ahead and packaged everything up in his Casual app. So if you want to install it, it's relatively simple. You just have to have your device rooted already. You set up Casual on your system, you click a couple of buttons, and you're done. Alternately, I've been made aware that there is an app in the App Store now where if your device is rooted, you download this app, you hit a button, and it happens. Although by the time this video is up, Verizon may have already pulled the app. One way or another, big internet high five to the developers. And what better timing to talk about a leaked version of Jelly Bean that is now available for the international version of the Galaxy S3. There were some rumors floating around that Jelly Bean might drop for the Galaxy S3 starting on the 29th of August. Well, thanks to Sam Mobile and XDA recognized developer Faryab, it's now available, at least a leaked version is. Now, as I said, this is for the international version only. It's not intended for any of the US versions, but I will guarantee you, give it a couple of days, it'll be out there for all of them, if it hasn't already. I honestly have not checked the threads to see, so again, feel free to let me know down in the comments below if it is available already for the US variants. Well, that's about all in terms of news items. If you haven't seen it already, make sure to check out AdamOutler's video from this Wednesday. He did a Q&A with a bunch of questions he gets asked on a regular basis. And then on Thursday, TK put out a video talking about the notification notification toggle app and how useful it can be. So do make sure to check both of those things out. All the links to the things I talked about can be found down in the video description, and all the things I didn't have time to talk about you can always find over on xdadevelopers.com. That's all from me for today though. If you like this video, make sure to hit the like button down below and hit subscribe up above to be notified when we put out new content. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on Monday.